Hello, hello. Okay, yes. Welcome back to my second stream of Buried Stars. I'm hoping the sound quality is a lot better. I think I have sussed it out. Hopefully I'm a bit louder. If there is any problem with the audio, be it from the game or myself, please notify me and let me know. Okay, so let's start. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. Okay, right, let's go into it. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. Helps if I mute myself. Right, communication started. Yes, right, okay, so... But fatter, I don't think I can do it as well as Haesung. Haesung has been securing a certain number of votes with fatter. He was even saved from getting eliminated. You're like the opposite of Haesung. There's no right or wrong way to win, right? Haesung has been focusing on using his own method in order to move up the ladder. You're not wrong. Most of the judges give low or mediocre scores for Haesung's performances. Ever since the finals began, he's been securing a certain number of votes through fatter. But he lost those votes as the past of his school violence was revealed. He was stagnant in last place. I'm sure he was growing restless. The same method for a different situation. Whether that would succeed or not would be crucial to Haesung. Still not a fan of Haesung. Not a fan of Haesung at all. It was a dark chapter in her life. A cute girl group. It didn't suit her. This is about, oh, no. I don't remember her name. Oh, it's up there. Yu Young. That's right. Yu Young should sing something slow and soothing. Maybe the agency had a different plan for her. It wasn't even the trend back then. Oh, you're right. The debut concept is determined by the agency. Investors want their singer to perform in the way they want. They could always try a different concept if the previous one doesn't work. Do you think she got tired of it? Still, she made her debut, which means she performed on the stage as a professional singer. What about the fans, group members and agency? She deserted them by abruptly leaving the group. No official stepped forward to support her. I guess everyone disapproved of the incident. Hello again, Richard Forrest. Thank you very much for coming back. I heard the therapy was finished, but I'm still worried. Who knows when it's going to get worse considering the current situation. How's the sound now, by the way? Does the sound alright? I know last stream I was told that I was a bit muffly. I'm hoping it's become a lot clearer. Who knows when it's going to get worse considering the current situation. Do you think there's a way to help? Well, I don't know much about panic attacks. Still, there must be something we can do. Do you, if you didn't care about her before, just let it be. Only those who've cared have the right to get involved. Thank you. I'm sure she knows what's best for her. Do you should just worry about yourself first. Well. But don't like, not like in Sail Chat that much either. I mean, I get it, it's a competition, so you are first and foremost the most important person in the competition is your own self, but shouldn't be so flippant towards other people and their problems. That's how Sing Yong has been treating the contestants all along. I'm sure she was planning on glorifying them at the end. Glorifying?
Hi.
The viewers tend to get bored if you focus on one side only. It's like planting the seed for a slight twist.
どうしてもですね。
Surprisingly, there's another aspect to this. There is a reason for this. And so on. Wow, everyone's just making me feel rubbish. Everyone's unhappy at first.
でも
But in the end, they all contact Seng Yong first.
仕方ないですね。
The contestants prefer to be on TV no matter how they are portrayed, because it's better than not being on TV at all.
そうなんですって。
I could bet my money on it. I mean, maybe. That sounds a bit dark though, no? Not like I'm not on TV though, so maybe I just don't get it. I'm sure she'd been drawing a big picture for him even before the final. Silver Spoon.
それは
She found him earlier in the show, and he was a big success.
わかるだろ。
Yoo Hyuk looked hurt,
そうですけど。
but his character was on fire. He aced the preliminaries and never missed first place after advancing to the final.
お分かりですか。
He clearly took advantage of his background, right?
でも
He didn't want it to be known though.
はい。
Yeah, before it was known, he was just another contestant. Sale briefly pondered but shook his head. I hate it when he says he didn't want it to be known. Why is that? Dude, come on, man. A silver spoon acting like a normal person. It's very annoying to be honest. Bro! No, there's nothing wrong with that. He just wants to be a... Oh. No. Man, why is everyone such an asshole on this show? Some contestants get up on stage without any leverage behind the scenes and end up getting eliminated. Do you think Yoo Hyuk wanted to hide it forever, or maybe he wanted it to be exposed someday? Nobody knows but him. I mean, I guess, but nah, Chief.
それは
To be frank, she's an evil person. You've seen how she treats me, right?
そうだったな。
Of course. I thought she was being too harsh.
はい。
And some stupid contestants have joined in. Say Lira Haesung on the other side. Well, that kind of contestant cannot survive anyway. Ooh, humiliation. Sale has often been insulted by the producer and some of the contestants, both privately and publicly. That's why he hates Haesung. Okay, so we have a common ground at least. The two of us have a common ground. We can't stand Haesung.
そんなところでしょ。
Still, I could learn a thing or two from her.
え
Work? Or her personality?
違います。
Of course it's work. I have a weak will. I'm trying to be stronger, but I've still got a long way to go. Will, huh? Seng Yong is the opposite, right? It's just that she's too extreme. Seng Yong was especially harsh on Sale. So Do Yoon was surprised when Sale said he could learn a thing or two from her.
相葉さん。
You have to envision a tiger in order to at least draw a cat. Do you? Is that supposed to mean something? I've already set my foot in this business. I'm going all the way. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be a metaphor. That's a strange metaphor though, never heard of that one. Bro! Stop! All the way? What do you mean? That's a secret for now. Yeah, a very subtle secret.
実は
Similar things happened in previous seasons.
え
What happened?
それは
Nothing that serious happened. They just disappeared. I think them just suddenly disappearing is pretty serious. They stalk when the contestant is on fire, but disappear when that fire dies out. Oh, okay, alright. Inha's having a hard time. I think she's pondering on whether to report him or not.
相葉さん
What do you think she should do?
そうだな
The staff said they would only investigate if Inha requested it.
そうだったな
She's having a tough time, but didn't request an investigation. The two were lost in thought for a moment.
そうかも
I guess it's like a shadow. Inha is a glowing person.
仕方ないですね
When things when things glow, they create shadows. Ah, that's how I feel about me losing my sanity meter. Glow or not, she's still a person.
わかるだろ
Unwanted interest is like violence.
はい
You sound like you've never been on the stage before. Once you were on the show, you can't be picky about people's interest.
違います
It's all a misunderstanding.
実は
Inha is so kind and diligent.
やっぱり
One can be portrayed differently depending on how the footage was edited.
それは
Seng Young was known for her ill-intentioned editing. Inha's fancy looks didn't help either.
そうかも
I think Inha wants to go along with her
そう
character.
思います
That's why she's a pro.
でも
But I'm nervous. And losing my sanity slowly, please help. How long will I be able to maintain the character created based on the misunderstanding?
そうですけど
You must endure it, just like Inha is doing. Even if you're not a charming person, you can appeal to some people based on your attention-grabbing twisted ego. Bro!
ってことは
It's better to have individuality than not, and there's no such thing as bad publicity. You all need to play your parts. Except for a natural bully like Hae-sung. You already know about this, right? Seng Yong made you out to be a betrayer.
ということは
Once you're given the role, you have to play the part. It doesn't matter who you really are. Well, this is really dark, morbid all of a sudden.
ユーマ
I'm not surprised, considering Hae-sung's personality. Petty crimes don't suit him. He's a felony case type.
あのさ
There are a number of rumours. Do you think they are all true?
正解ですよ
Most definitely. His classmate vouched for it, right?
それは
He was anonymous. We can't be certain of that.
違いますが
He got expelled from the school. What else do you need? Video footage? We should have got rid of him during the preliminaries. What was Seng Yong thinking?
な
Wait, Hae-sung hasn't even admitted to it.
相葉さん
Didn't you see how he treated me? Pushing me around like I'm his button man. It's true that Hae-sung had acted that way, although the staff didn't work for the contestants. What he does here doesn't necessarily reflect his past behaviour for sure. I mean, that's what you've been saying, right?
100% です
If you've seen one, you've seen them all. His actions speak for the rumours. I don't know whether this is hypocrisy or not. He's telling us to play into our characters, but at the same time he doesn't like the way Hae-sung is portraying himself. Seo Chang is a bit weird, son. How do you think the victims felt when they saw Hae-sung on TV? He's a disgrace to the audition. We should have got rid of him a long time ago.
Yuma.
Just another name for Hae-sung, the Great. As the saying goes, live by Fata, die by Fata. We should have gotten rid of him when we found dirt on him. Don't you think Seng Yong would have exposed it if she knew about the dirt?
本当ですか?
Do you really think so? Sale tilted his head.
相葉さん
You're kind of slow. I guess that's how you've made it this far.
もし
Didn't you ever sense that Seng Yong was covering for Haesung? Regarding Seng Yong's protection of Haesung. I mean, without I haven't seen this myself, so I don't know. I think he'd want me to say that, so that's what I'm going to say.
そうだったな
Well, can't say I've never sensed it, but
そうなんです
you get to see more aspects of this if you watch him behind the stage. The finals and the top 10, I thought he was just unstoppable. But then, who would have thought that he'd be exposed in Fata, which he loves so much?
そんなところ
Now
で
he's facing such strong headwinds, so I guess justice has been served.
でも
But Seng Yong hasn't covered up for him ever since that incident.
正解ですよ
There's only so much she can do to cover for him. He wasn't showing material anyway.
やりすぎですよ
He was making a vain effort to turn the ranking upside down again, but he was destined to go home. Let's see if he's still a Fata star after he goes home. Exposure. Haesung's history of school violence broke out on Fata. His reputation faltered severely on Fata, which was the platform of his fanbase. Oh no, fuck you. We're doing you last.
ありえる
How can they continue with the vote?
本当に
WBS must be crazy.
違うんじゃないか
With a collapse and all, this isn't right.
違う
They could be sued for this.
まったく
Look at the madness in Haesung's eyes. What a mess. It's supposed to be a show where contestants compete on the stage and accept the result afterwards. This will mess up the rules.
りょうちゃん
You don't use Fata much, do you?
それは
Do I have to write posts just because they gave me an official account? Okay, auto-write works fine anyway. Haesung's still posting in this mess. I barely used it, so if I start writing now...
そうね
Suit yourself! It would be weird if you start posting comments all of a sudden. Do you want me to post or not?
あれ
Just do what you want. Okay.
あれよ
Show me the spirit of a rock star. What does Fata have to do with spirit? I don't want to argue.
マジ
I hate it when people talk about Yu Yong leaving the group. Yu Young. Oops. She's having such a difficult time.
そうだ
She seems determined, but to experience it is a whole different story. When she was in the group,
私が思うに
everyone knew she was the most enthusiastic member. Fans supported her for her diligence. Du Yu nodded, glancing at Yu Young.
そうだったな
The group gradually gained popularity. People said they'd hit it big soon.
それは
That's when she left. I wonder why she disappeared and just sent a resignation letter.
もし
If something came up when the show did a background check, they would have revealed it already.
多分
Maybe she was exhausted. Sometimes even the most enthusiastic people burn out. ... Inha squinted at Yu Young. It must have been hard for her to pluck out the courage to stand before the audience again. I wonder what it feels like to have a panic attack. Not very nice, I'll say that much.
それは
I've read about them in an article.
あっそ
Me too. It says you feel like fainting. I guess that's why she almost fainted back then. Oh my god, my sanity is going down. They lashed out at her until she had a seizure. The staff did it on purpose.
ありえる？
I thought they went nuts.
そうだな。
They were using her as the bait.
違う。
Bait? She doesn't need any of that. She can shine without any of the complicated past.
そうだったけど。
I thought they asked us to write about our health issues so they could be more careful about them. We didn't give them that info so they could take advantage of it. You Young will be alright. She has me. She has us.
大丈夫？
Does it keep bothering you? It's understandable.
それは。
No, it's just...
なんなの？
It's just what? You look like you're about to cry. I'm not sure if I'm in a position to say this, but...
けど、
You might feel like you've been wronged, but what's important is the present, right? The past is behind us, and you're here. That's why they call you a betrayer.
そうでしょ？
It's like you gave up your reputation for advancing to the finals. Am I not right?
わかった。
Yep.
これはどうかな？
If you want something, you must give up something. You can't have it all.
とにかく、
Well, it's still hard to follow even if I knew. I don't know if B-Stars played a trick or not since you're not telling me.
そうでしょ？
But we try to see the present at least among ourselves, right? My sanity's gone up, thank you.
ね
If I start making mistakes like you, I'd probably explode out of frustration.
そうか。
What happened to you? You never tell me either. You
え、
fool!
なのマジで。
Never ask a girl about... First you ask her about her weight, and then you ask her about her past. You're not doing a very good job here, do you? Forget what happened in the past and just focus on what's at hand.
え？
Is that advice coming from your experience?
うん。
Just put it in my 2 cents. Winning some means discarding others. No pain, no gain. Even if she knows it, it's hard to put it into action. Square up if you understood, will you?
そうでしょ？
Do you think it was necessary for Yu Yuk to join the show? He could have made a debut with his father's support.
やっぱり。
I guess he wanted to prove himself without his background. Isn't that what he told us before?
それは、
I thought it was just an exaggerated line written by B-Stars.
その時は。
He's been having a difficult time ever since his father, Byung-hee Lee, was mentioned on the show.
本当に？
Difficult? A father with a legacy to pass down? How great is that? I so envy him. The money, the silver spoon. No!
なんで？
Why are you glaring at me like that? I wasn't criticizing him or anything. I like how Yu Hyuk never acts like one of them spoilt brats though.
違う？
If I were him, I would have let the whole world know. It's not something I should be ashamed of, right? I should rather be proud.
それは、
I heard most of the staff members made it out, so how come there's no news about the main producer? We would have known already if her safety had been confirmed.
でしょ？
Exactly. Everyone knew her face, so it shouldn't have taken this long.
もし。
Are you worried about Seng-Young?
そうね。
Yeah, she has to be okay. I don't really like her, but I don't want anything bad to happen to her either.
けど、
Despite all the incidents, she's the main producer of this show. She should be able to control and sort out this mess. Inha looked towards the other side of the darkness.
わかった。
Yeah, seeing her in one piece would make me feel relieved.
そうだよ。
Right? I've never been so worried about Seng-Young. This is not right. Seriously. It's been so chaotic that I forgot about it.
そうだったな。
Is it still happening?
あ、そう。
Yeah, and it's happening more often. The photo of Inha taken outside the stage was being circulated online. Soon, a letter to the production crew arrived from the person claiming to have taken the photo. I didn't actually see it, but they are still receiving it. He would say that he loves me, but then suddenly get angry and threaten to kill me. He begs me to tell him about my past, but says I must have been promiscuous when I tried to hide it. A snob who doesn't care about anyone but herself.
やってみよ
Inha, let's call the police.
ね
I thought we needed to get out of here first.
うわかった
Yeah, we'll call the police as soon as we get out of here. Ina didn't report to the police because... Aside from the show... ooh. The choices. The staff discouraged her from doing it? Is there anything else you're worried about? Ooh. I feel like I should know the answer to this, but I don't recall. Staff I know this. I know it was mentioned to the staff, and the staff said they could report it if she wanted to, but she never did. So I'm going to say, is there something else she's worried about?
もしかして
Does something bother you?
なんで
Why? Is that how you feel about me?
それは
I feel like you're reluctant to call the police. Yes!
それは
Actually, I've already called the police.
それなら
Oh really? And then? They called the staff to find out what happened. That's the end of it. What can I do? Everyone's telling me to suck it up because I'm a celebrity. Then how could I raise hell even though I was nervous and angry? She feels great anger and anxiety at the thought of someone stalking her. The staff told her that a celebrity has to put up with the side effects of stuff. Wow! Assholes!
ありえる
I couldn't just tear up the contract and tell the world about it. I could complain all I want about getting ripped off, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who signed the contract. I need to accept it. The show only talked about Inha's present. In other words, she was portrayed as a character that appeared out of nowhere. It was different from previous methods when they focused on contestants' past and stories. Why can't they be satisfied with who I am right now? Why are they so curious about my past? According to this contract, contestants shouldn't object to the background checks and edits. They all signed it without enough explanation. A snob. Who's the snob and fatter?
わかるだろ
It's the right word.
ね
Nice typo. Who cares if it's right or not? It's just a comment and fatter. Inha let out a deep sigh.
それは
That's the role I was given in this show.
だとしたら
Then they should have created the related scenes.
大丈夫
Does that make everything okay?
何
What's wrong with that? If you blindly follow the role granted by the show... Oh. I'll go for that one, see what happens.
それは
They distort your true personality on the show,
大丈夫
as if you are a completely different person. Are you still okay with that?
あれ
What if I'm not?
違う
If I go, I'm not this kind of person. Would people just believe me? If I go, Do Yoon is not a betrayer. Would people believe me?
それは
Good point. No.
それは
I'm sorry, I was just trying to come up with an example.
とにかく
All scenes that don't agree with the script get edited out. Then we should continue to take the bull by the horns. Their selfish and arrogant behaviours were often criticised, but she is trying to face the criticism head on. Don't you think it's better to get more screen time? Most of the time, the show was unscripted, but the general outline of the characteristics for each contestant had already been built up for the show. Hee Sung and I are like the most unlikable people in the world.
わかった
Tell me about it.
でも
Sorry. Still, for him to hit other people, not even once or twice, but continually,
ありえる
is he even capable of it? Is he a good fighter, or was he rich?
なんなの
He's neither, and he's weak, so how?
それは
Then the evidence appeared that showed he had been expelled from school. People believe it because Hae-sung kept silent about it. Well, he hates burning his fingers. Maybe the reason he's keeping his mouth shut is...
そうか
maybe he's trying to slip through it, thinking it's an unfavourable factor.
けど
But he's too quiet. It's so unlike him. Even if I ask him, he won't say a word. I'm an avid Fata user too, but I'm no match for the Fata star. If the audition winner were determined by the number of Fata shares, he would have made it to the Hall of Fame already.
だけどさ
But I never imagined he would do such a thing at a time like this. Yu Young fiddled with her watch. It was to let them know that the survivors are safe, but
難しいな
it didn't end well. Yes, the completely wrong name came up. You're right about that. The vote is still on, and Ye-sung went ahead with it.
わかんない
We don't know how things will turn out.
でも
I hope nothing happens. It's too late now. Look around you. Why is the vote still on? It might mess up the Intermin result.
私の考え
They need to
は
they need to stop it now so as to maintain the current. Yu Young stopped in the middle of the sentence. Maybe she was conscious of Do Yoon, who was second to last.
大丈夫です
I'm fine. It makes no sense to continue with a vote at a time like this. The stage collapsed. The show has surely been stopped.
多分
I'm sure they'll somehow exclude the votes that have been incoming since the collapse. I know. How are they supposed to vote when there's nothing to see? This isn't right. It's unfair. But I'm not sure if they'll return the vote to its original state. No shit. What is Hae-sung thinking?
多分
Maybe he was motivated by how the popularity vote was going.
そうだとして
Still, Yu Young stopped looking at her watch and let out a sigh. Don't you feel funny when you see the auto-write bot thingy? One of the accounts posted a comment asking for support, but we're here.
それなら
After all, we're posting comments just like Hae-sung.
そうだけど
But auto-write is different from writing it yourself, right? As to whether auto-write is different from posting manually. Ooh. Consequence-wise, all the same. Posting manually is more interesting. I would have said posting manually is more interesting personally, but I'm not sure that's how the public feel.
そうかも
Now that I hear about it, it's certainly different. Anyone can tell Hae-sung is uploading it himself,
そうよね
and that's why the number of votes fluctuated. Do Yoon could see Yu Young's somber eyes behind her long hair.
あの
It's just me, different or not. Besides, I barely use Fata.
そうね
That's what I mean. You were involved in it, and you were like an observer. That's why I wanted to know your take on this. Everyone should decide for themselves how to respond. A FATA function that posts preset comments at certain times. In B-Stars, the so-called bot is used to encourage fans to vote. The social medias. Are you talking about Beloved? We were supposed to be loved, as the name suggested.
そうかな。
But as a group, we were rather bereaved than beloved. Yu Yong gave an unnatural smile under the dim light.
私は
I ended it. I left the group and disappeared on them. Everyone knows it.
でも
But the Yu Yong that I know isn't.
いえ、
What other people know about me only know that much about me. Yu Yong Min, leader of the group Beloved, left right before their album was set to be released. She disappeared and only sent a resignation letter, leading the team and the agency's downfall. What they say makes sense now, huh? About Yu Yong disappearing abruptly. Ooh. I don't think it's true that's the last thing she'd do. She might not want to reveal the true reason. I like that one. But I think... No, I'll go for that one. See what happens.
はい
I'll believe it if that's what you want. But I also believe that you had your own reasons. Hey!
そう。
Yeah, that's good enough. Just like you must have had your own reasons. Just think of me that way. Reason. I just see that word and all I think of is Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Reason. Do Yoon try to recall the memory from the past. Masquerade, a band created by 4 high school friends. After recruiting an ambitious vocalist, the 5 members carried on, brimming over with passion. But he and 3 high school friends started the band. At first they were mostly instrumental, but later recruited the vocalist.
あの
Do you regret having been a beloved member?
わからないわ。
It's hard to explain.
大丈夫ですか
You don't mind the show betraying you that way? Her leaving the group had been highlighted several times during the show. We'd been through thick and thin. Yu Young was the leader and best performer of the girl group Beloved, but she was harshly criticised for leaving the team without first discussing it with the group. She has bittersweet feelings about those days. They are all precious members. They are all precious memories, and I didn't like it when they were distorted in the show. A girl group led by Yu Yong. They made their debut years ago, but they never gained much popularity. As soon as she left the group and its agency went under. I'm fine so far. Although it seems to creep up sometimes.
わかるでしょ
We still need time until the rescue team arrives. Oh,
わかってる。
I know. I need to suppress it. I should have taken some medication.
それは
You skip it before getting on stage. It's a jinx. It's like catching a cold. I thought I figured out a way to work with it, but under these circumstances. Yu Young suffers from panic attacks. She takes medicine regularly, except when she's about to perform. Yu Young nodded with a worried look on her face, and Du Yoon spoke to her again. It's difficult for everyone.
結局
We'll get out of here safely. Let's cheer up. Yeah, thank you. Yu Young said that therapy had helped ease her symptoms. But this kind of situation was unexpected. I'll try, so you won't worry about me.
ても
Does it still bother you?
よく聞いて。
You are not the only one that's been framed by Seng Yong. You'll have your chance after we survive this. To remove the misunderstanding. Yu Young stared at Du Yoon for a moment. He wasn't saying a word.
あなたは
What's your memory of your band like? Is it good or bad? I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, from what I understand, he didn't split up with them that long ago, so... I mean, I suppose we don't actually know the reason why he broke up with them, unless it was just to progress further in the show, which... I mean, I wouldn't jade his memories, I don't think. Go with that.
それでも
I'd say it's a good memory. It was a difficult time, but we had good moments.
そういえば
How long did you stay with the band?
それは
It was around 4 to 5 years.
そうなんだ。
You were pretty important. I know you wrote lots of songs.
やっぱり
I was a founding member. I wrote the songs because no one else could.
私の考え
It wasn't that bad. Why are you trying to be so modest? I know you had a decent fan base. He was the band's frontman and wrote many of their songs. He also had quite the fan base outside of Masquerade fans. Me too. I started out as a trainee and stayed in the group for 5 years until it was disbanded. Yu Young replied. We went through thick and thin over those years. I hated them sometimes, but I couldn't imagine living without them. That went on for 5 years.
結局
I hope we both make it out of here in one piece, so we can reunite with our other groups.
私は
When that time comes, I will...
そうです
Yeah, let's get out of here in one piece. Yes, let's do that. Du Yoon had played bass guitar in a quintet indie band with a small fan base. He joined the audition, but he was the only member to get past the preliminaries. I've got a nice rapport with her, I got a nice rapport with them too, and... Okay, nice. Any updates on this? Where's my, social media? No. No? Okay. Auto right. Right, let's go back into it then, I suppose. I thought there might have been a bit more, but apparently not.
確かに
I saw a photo of Byung-hee Lee when he was young. Yoo Hyuk looks just like him. I wonder what it feels like to have a great artist as your father. I've never... Everything's still right, my OBS just told me it disconnected. Is everything okay? It seems okay. Very strange. Okay. But it doesn't seem all that glamorous. They kept airing the footage, whether it embarrassed Yoo Hyuk or not.
そうかな
Did he look embarrassed to you? Yoo Young looked towards Yoo Hyuk.
そうだけど
At times, he looks a bit happy. But you're right, he seemed embarrassed when they played the footage dozens of times.
合ってます
It must be confusing. He had already passed away. There had been many attempts at digging up stories about his life.
一旦
But frankly, does it hurt to talk about his life? Some were provocative, but most of the stories treated him with respect, unlike how they treated us. I guess it's up to Yu Hyuk whether to take advantage of it or not. Yu Young paused to think while rubbing her chin. I agree, but if it were me, I would have taken full advantage of it. We don't have any of that.
そういえば
We still haven't heard the news about Seng Yong. Do you think she's alright?
多分
I heard the staff made it out safely. I'm sure she escaped too.
そう
Yeah, she'll do whatever it takes to survive.
そうよね
That's what she's been doing so far, right? Yu Young stared at the dark stage and nodded.
いえ
No, I really hope she's alright. I want her to resolve this crisis with our usual look on her face.
多分
That's what she'll probably do. No, she has to.
はい
We should be able to hear about her if we keep checking fatter. Yeah, we'll hear the news. We'll hear the news that she's safe. Inha is having a difficult time. There was that photo taken of her outside the show.
そうだとして
It's not like we're hiding anything fancy.
わかるでしょ
Inha is pretty protective about her privacy.
そうかしら
The show didn't seem to care much either, and maybe it was the reaction to it. Inha seemed afraid, but she won't budge.
まさか
I wonder if she told the staff, rather than keeping it all bottled up.
確実ではないわ
Seng Yong might not have accommodated it. She would argue that it was something Inha should bear. But there was more to the story. Yu Yong bit her lower lip. I just wish he would disappear. Does she know who he is, or?
私の考えは
Inha's character has been intact ever since the preliminaries.
それは
It was the combination of the script, directing, and acting. The script and directing had a clear intention, so she had to go along with it. In order to make herself more visible, Inha had to have a I can't speak. Sorry. In order to make herself more visible, Inha had to have a distinguished character. She caught on fast.
そうです
She also had skills to back it up.
まあ
I heard she went all in on her character because her past was kept behind closed doors.
そうなんですか
I guess she had a normal life, right?
わからないわ
I'm not sure about that. She was in a dance crew before joining the audition. Other than that, she mentioned nothing about her past.
でも
That's how she stood out from the other contestants. As someone who doesn't rely on nostalgia.
合ってます
She falls into a different category.
そうよね
The show decided to make it an item. Yu Young stared at Inha in the distance. It's like Inha appeared out of nowhere. I kind of envy her for that.
さあ
Do you really think Hei Sung did such a thing? Well, I don't know him that well. It's not like I'm on good terms with him.
そうだけど
But still, he doesn't appear to be the type to use violence. Really? I think he is. I feel the same, but there's proof.
それで
The show didn't make any official comment, right?
はい
Ye Sung tried to push through it without giving an explanation.
そういえば
We thought that would work at first. Yeah, the exposure itself seemed to fizzle out. But the tide turned when there was proof. That showed he had really been expelled from school and that he had a criminal record. I hear that kind of past was quite unprecedented in B-Stars. Yu Yong fiddled with her long hair.
わからないわ
But he asked the fans to vote for him and Fata. How would they respond?
まさか
Well, we'd have to wait and see. Should we just sit by and watch?
一体
He started using Fata as soon as he saw the popularity vote on his watch.
やっぱり
He's been an avid Fata user.
そうね
I never expected he would do that at a time like this. Yu Young stared at the carnage in the audience area. Maybe we shouldn't just sit by and watch. To be honest, you surprised me too. What?
そうですか
Are you worried?
考えてみてよ。
Hey Sung is right behind you. The fluctuating number of votes doesn't bother you? We don't have swing voters like Yu Hyuk and Inha. If we lose momentum, it's over for us.
それなら
Yu Young, are you...
もしも
If other cars ride the shoulder in heavy traffic? I'll follow those cars and get out of the traffic. I mean, I get the metaphor, but... Okay, whatever. Right, let's speak to this asshole then. How was it? It was like the skill of a god I whipped out for the popularity. I can't stand this kid. Don't like him.
それは
Everyone was surprised. I have to try everything. Why are you guys acting like cowards?
そうかも
The votes can be cancelled.
それで
Then I'll sue the audition.
あのさ
It's in the contract that we can't take legal action for whatever happens on the show.
だからな
That's what I mean. The voting is still on right now, which means we're in the middle of the show. If they deny it, that means it didn't happen during the show. Then I can sue them. His words were bold, but his eyes continued to quiver. Don't overdo it. For now, the priority is our safety.
わかる
Dooyoon, I know it is the priority. But if I come out of here in last place, I might as well be dead. That's a bit extreme, don't you think? Your life will still continue even if you end up being knocked out. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I've learned to see myself from others' point of view. I'm not as talented as the others, as I've run into some controversy.
わかった
But it takes more than talent and strong performances to win the popularity vote. Hae-sung recognizes that he has less talent than other contestants, but he argues that something more than talent is needed to win the audition show. I've still got something up my sleeve. I'm going all the way with this. If this doesn't work, I have another way. The last resort.
Eh?
The last resort?
知らない
Yeah, that's what I have. Forget about that. You need to pull yourself together as
考
well.
えてみろ
What did the judges say? Excellent observation skills and quick responses? You've got the info. Now get to the point and do it.
でしょ
I must fulfill their expectations. He was recognized for his quick wit during the preliminaries. Many people agreed that he was very good at identifying and solving missions based on the given information. Hae-sung raised his head and stared at Dooyoon. I'm doing it my way. If this works out, you'll see me. If this works out, you'll see me big. I'm putting words in. If this works out, you'll see me for a long time. So I'm going hard this time.
何
Why? Are you going to do it too? Do you even know how to post on Fata? You only used it in the beginning, but barely touched it ever since.
そうだな
The public sentiment is so negative in Fata.
それで
You've made it to the finals by abandoning your buddies. Were you expecting a red carpet or something for you? Then you should have added more friends to that list and written more posts. What's the purpose of creating the account if you're not going to use it? Public opinion on Fata turned on him when he betrayed his band before the finals. He doesn't add any new friends anymore and his account is mostly inactive. Do you want me to give you a useful tip?
見てみろよ
Listen, you need a strategy when using Fata.
え
I thought you were writing it as it comes. Dooyoon, you're so ignorant.
でしょ
That applies to regular people. We're celebrities in our own way, right? What you need is the provocation if you want to attract tens or thousands of people, including the newbies.
わかった
Remember what I said. The provocation. Fire up the controversy. as to his suggestion that you should use Fata more aggressively. I mean, I want to build up a good rapport with him, so yeah, I'll ask the question. Can I do it? I barely used it. Hey, practice makes perfect. Nobody's born with a smartphone in their hand. It's funny because I'm pretty sure like all of my nieces and nephews and stuff are just glued to their phones. I'm convinced they were born with some sort of smartwatch or their smartphone in their hand. Whatever, just listen to me. I feel like I'm making other people happy at the expense of my own sanity. Be casual. That's a good starting point. The character given to you with the show has great potential. Honest thoughts? Contemplating on life? Those are stories best kept at books. It's something we as celebrities must endure. Hae-sung said that celebrities should use social media differently than ordinary people. He thinks of it like a deal. The fans get what they want and the celebs become more popular. If we do this right, we can both find some success. So trust me and try focusing on Fata. We got nothing to lose anyway. The act of making posts in Fata. Each contestant uses their own official account. They each have their own style and posting frequency. Right, let's just go through the rest of these. Did you see the footage of Yu Yong's stage performance from the past? The one from the internet? There were memes everywhere. She was a laughingstock. This sounds so cruel. Hae-sung bit his lips and fell silent. This is how I see it. People made fun of her because she wasn't popular enough. If the group had been popular, the response would have been totally different. People made fun of her for running away. If you get into show business, you must achieve popularity at any cost. That sounded like he was talking to himself. That's such an instructive incident. How is Yu Yong? If you're curious, mate, speak to her. She told me that you didn't want to speak to her, so if you're curious, talk to her. You know, it's not hard. It's hard at times, but it will be okay. Hey, that's not what I asked. Do you think we can continue with the audition? What does that even mean? I won't be in last place anymore, no matter what it takes. If I can't go up, I'll drag others down. Mate. I hate this kid. I hate him. And is Yu Yong supposed to be one of those others? I came back to my senses after seeing how things were going in the vote. This is competition. We're not collaborating here. The weak fall. If I see an opportunity for points, I'll take them. Do you think this is the right time? Do you even know what's happening here? Do you? Now is the time. Right now. Hae-sung brought his fist to his lips and mumbled something. I'll manage something. Why am I having a rapport event with this guy? What's all this mess? I've been through a lot, but this is mind-blowing. Hae-sung scratched his neck. I was about to be eliminated, but I guess it's not my time yet. Is the voice work coming through the mic? If anyone's watching, is the actual voice work going through the mic? What does that mean? You still care about the intimate vote result? Beggars can't be choosers, you know. Hae-sung stuck out his tongue and looked at his watch.
なんとか上位に入れたかもしれねえのに。
I thought I could pull up my rank somehow using Fata.
いいことだけ書かれてるわけじゃないだろ。
But Fata posts aren't always in your favor.
無関心よりは悪質コメントの方がマシだ。
As the saying goes, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Haesung tapped the watch with his finger.
俺が話題を引っ張っていく形を想像してたのに。
I was initially leading the show as the main protagonist.
おかげさまで引っ張られる形になっちまった。
But now, I am like an antagonist.
一瞬で流れが変わるからな。あそこは。
The opinions of Fata constantly change.
世の中なんてそんなもんさ。
That's what life is. Never the same.
もう一度流れをひっくり返すべきなんだけどよ。
I need a game-changing opportunity again.
もう一度主導権をつかむつもりか。
Are you going to take control back? Yeah, I should hope you can hear my voice. What I'm asking is the actual voice work and the music coming from the game, is it coming through my mic as well? That's all I'm asking. Are you going to take control back?
まだ失ったわけじゃない。
I've never
このまま
lost
ほっ
it.
とく気もねえし。
I've never lost it, and I'm not giving up on anything. Haesung squinted and stared at the dark ruin.
勝てば官軍ってやつだよ。
Winner takes it all anyway.
気取ってたら俺みたいなやつは潰されちまう。
Putting on frills will just get me left behind.
まずは体に気をつけろよ。無事にここを出ないと。
Take care of your safety first. We need to get out of here alive.
またか。もともと何してたのか忘れたのか。
Back to that again? You seem to forget why we are here.
サバイバルオーディションの参加者だって自覚がなくなってんな。たく。
Do I need to remind you again that we are all survival audition competitors?
誰かが独り占めしてんだぜ。何もかもダメになったら誰かが助けてくれるとでも思ってんのかよ。
It's a monopoly game here. Winner takes all.
焦ってるのは最下位の俺だけか。
Am I the only one that's anxious because I'm in last place?
俺はアドバイスしてんだぞ。ぼんやりと天井なんか見てるんじゃねえよ。
I'm giving you advice. Stop being so timid. Haesung says that it's winner takes all. He views social media as a source of his power, but now looks disturbed after his school violence scandal has spread.
へえ。
Wow, are you still talking about that? How can he be so soft with a mean ass face like that? Damn! Oh.
わかった。
Doyoon, survive and win. That's the end of the story, right? That's all that matters. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. As long as it's not echoing through the mic, I'm happy with that. That's one hell of a delay. That's all that matters. Nobody will listen to a loser. Misunderstanding, it's just a frame. Hey, Sung,
考えてみろ。
take control of the frame. Get yourself out of the frame of the betrayer. Be a winner, not a betrayer. How clear is that?
チッ。
I wonder who brought up Yu-Hyuk's family in the first place. Did you know from the beginning?
いや、
No, not at all. He's not the type to show it.
わかった。
Right. He's so cheek. I can never pronounce this word. He's so chick. Is it chick? Cheek? Cheek? But you know what? He must be torn up inside.
違うんじゃない。
I don't know. I haven't checked.
へえ。
Doyoon, it's so obvious. Yu-Hyuk is the only son of Byung Lee Hee, the great singer. Of course he won't show off in front of us peasants. You peasants? I didn't know you were on bad terms with Yu-Hyuk.
まっ たく
That's a weird thing to say. Does that even matter?
考えてみろ
We're all competing against one another, and Yuki Yux is squashing us. We're nobody. If he puts up his family, we're done for. Sengyeon.
一体
We still haven't heard from her. Haesung dropped his shoulders.
大丈夫
Are you worried about her a lot? How about you?
チッ
People are so cruel. Talking about how she'll find a way to survive somehow.
あ
I wonder how ethical they have been in their life. Jesus.
考えてみろ
We've made it this far because of Sengyeon, right?
大丈夫
Don't worry, all staff members seem to have escaped. We'll hear about Sengyeon soon. Haesung stared at the dark wreckage without answering. Right? We have to.
まったく
What a loony, huh? But why in her? He's got no taste. I think you've got no taste, my friend.
いいや
That's not the issue. It's a crime. In-her is having a hard time.
チッ
There you go again. It's better than when she was nameless, right? It's proof that she's gaining popularity. Bro! I hate this kid! I hate him! I can't stand him! Hey, it's not that simple. Do you? I have some fans too. Fans that are obsessed with everything I do or say. They even threaten to kill me. They have no filtering system in their heads.
だからな
But I think it's all love. That's what I don't like about In-her. She acts all cool in front of people, but in reality she's so sensitive.
それは
The cool character was fabricated by the show.
違う
Do you need potatoes to make French fries? You can't prepare the food without the ingredients. But she's still in third place. I'm so jealous of her. Haesung glared at In-her. If she's so afraid and offended, she should just quit. This is why In-her's so funny.
でしょ
She came to the show and followed instructions so that she can get popular. End of story, right? If being called names was such a big deal, I would have killed myself over a dozen times.
わかるだろ
It's because that's not what she really is.
違うだろ
It is her. What is real or what is fake? I don't like that kind of self-preservation.
わかった
I don't care what other people call me as long as they accept me for it. And if it's possible, I want more people to accept me.
わかったか
I'll just prove myself instead of trying to figure out what's real or not.
それは
We all have different mindsets.
まったく
If she really wants to advertise herself, she should put herself out there. What did she do when all of our pasts were being exposed, huh?
それは
The staff must have done some background checks on In-her too. I guess they left her alone because nothing came up. Then she should thank the show for giving her the character. She signed the contract and went along with the show, so why is she crying about it now?
それで
What about it? What do you want to know?
あ
Are you asking if I really did it? Haesung looked away. Didn't you read it on Fata? Didn't you see the article posted by the victim?
そう
I saw it.
チッ
So what else do you want to know?
わかった
He's right. I was there. Don't look at me like that. What do you want me to say? I told you I was there. Haesung was expelled from high school for assaulting a classmate. When confronted about his past, he was reluctant to share any details.
あのさ
That's not the answer. I didn't ask if you were there or not. I have nothing more to say. It's fair enough.
知らない
I don't care what they call me.
何
Why? Do you want to learn a thing or two from the start?
違う
That's not what I was. Then what is it? The thing is, you need to be really diligent.
だからな
If you can't keep up with the pace, set auto-write properly at least. You practically neglected your Fata account.
そうか
Are you worried about me? Worried about you? Are you kidding? It's just that you're so frustrating. Hae-sung looked at Do-yoon, who was feeling embarrassed, and spoke again. Worried about you? Oh man, you don't get it, do you? I know why you want to avoid Fata, but criticism is also a form of love. It doesn't matter what you do. The winner wears the crown, and the loser wears the shackle. The act of making posts on Fata, each contestant uses their own official account. They each have their own style and posting frequency. A Fata function that posts preset comments at certain times. In B-Stars, the so-called bot is used to encourage fans to vote. Okay. Let's give it a go then. Let's see what happens. Yeah, my sanity worse than the expense of everyone else's. My sanity, please. Hae-sung grinned cynically as he raised his head.
なんだよ国かお前も書いてんじゃん
Inha, you wrote a post too. What?
そんなに睨んどいてなんなんだよ
You mocked me when I did it, but now look at you.
ないってば急に何よ
I didn't. What are you talking about?
まあそう言うだろうな
Oh, you didn't?
何も知らないふりしてこっそりやんのが一番だもんな
Putting on that innocent face is not going to work on me.
ほらな俺だけだと思われちゃ困るんだよ
See, I wasn't the only one using Fata. Inha opened her mouth.
これってまさか
Don't tell me.
アホ
You moron!
自動書き込みでしょうが
It was posted by AutoWrite. Oh my god. This guy! I hate... This guy's really starting to grind on my gears.
なんで時間がバラバラなんだよ
Damn it! How come the time's set up all differently? Hae-sung has been obsessed with Fata and accusing others. If this continues, no one knows what's going to happen next. To... provocative... Oh shit, I didn't mean to get it.
ユーマ失望したよ少しは落ち
I
着け
didn't realize there's a timer on it! No! Hey son, I'm disappointed in you. Please calm down.
俺がやられるのは当たり前で俺の方からやったら失望だって
It's okay when I take a beating, but not when I do something to survive? Yeah, fuck you.
じゃあ俺からも一言言わせてもらうよ
Let me say this.
あんたこそ
You have a decision to make too.
裏切り者になるかならないか
You can either be a betrayer
ど
or
っ
a
ちか
hero.
にしろよ
Why can't I be both? Ah. Hae-sung stopped his provocation, but the mood was depressing. Sale broke the silence.
待ってください
Wait,
吉田さんどこにいるんですか
where's Yu Young? What?
誰も見てないの
Did anyone see her?
いつの間に
But when?
危ないかもしれない
It could be dangerous.
レイラさん
Yu Young!
あっちよあっち
Over there. Everyone ran towards the source of the sound. Oh shit, what's happened? Oh. Well, shit. No one could even speak. It was someone familiar to all of them.
プロデューサー
Saying Yon. To be continued? Okay. Well, everyone trusts me. My sanity is, like, dying. I should really bring that up. The shock gradually subsided. The after effects still lingered. Do-Yoon could only stare at the body vacantly. Seng Yeon-shin, the show's chief producer, she said everything was part of the show. She asserted that only the survivor gets to have it all. But she was gone. She couldn't have imagined this kind of end. Her body was found near a corner of the collapsed stage. The famed producer's brilliant career was gone in a flash. Do-Yoon tried to suppress his emotions running amok. He moved his parched lips to speak. Let's tell the rescue team about Seng Yeon. Oh, where did she just come from? She wasn't there just now. They should be assuming that she's gone missing. Let's make a call. Sale flinched but turned around to look at Do-Yoon. Shouldn't we move her body first? Her legs are stuck. We can't move her unless we can get rid of the debris. Hold on, I'm calling the rescue team. They're not answering. What's going on? Yu Young interrupted. I'll try to contact the B-Star staffs. It went through. Everyone held their breaths at the sound of the faint ringtone. You want us to examine the body? Looking startled, everyone raised their head. Do what? They're saying it's to record the cause of her death. Why would the production crew deal with that? They're going to deliver the message to the rescue team in case we lose contact again. What are we, a forensics team? This is just too much. Everyone stared at each other with perplexed expressions. I know that. Do we have to follow their request? Let's just tell them we can't do it. This is too harsh. Yes, we don't have to listen to everything they tell us to do. But if the building collapses any further, the corpse will be completely probably completely buried. So what? You want us to carry her around with us? Is that what you're saying? We can't let that happen. I know Seng Yeon wasn't a good person. But her family deserves to know what happened to her. We can't let her get buried like this. The uncanny strength in Yu Yong's voice seemed to convince everyone. Everyone agreed to check out Seng Yeon's corpse. So we just have to examine her condition and report back. Hae-sung began to roll up his sleeves. I'll help out. You don't have the guts to do this. Can you even look at her? Despite the strong words, Hae-sung's hands were trembling as well. Tell me if you need any help. In-ha held her hands to her chest and wiggled her fingers. Sale took a step forward but immediately turned away.
他のみんなまで無理する必要はないよ。
There's no need for everyone to overexert themselves.
僕も手伝う。残りの人は少し離れてて。
I'll help too. The rest of you just stand back. Duyun squeezed himself out of the crowd and stood before Senyong's body. He took a deep breath.
始めます。
Let's begin. Victim found. Investigation started. You can investigate a certain piece or a certain place or an object to get a clue keyword. If you investigate all areas, it'll automatically end. Gosh. Her leg was stuck under the collapsed steel frames. Duyun looked back at her. There was only a narrow gap between the floor and the frames. Her legs were also snapped at an unnatural angle. Her trousers were stretched out as if they had been pulled on.
すり減るように伸びている。
It's as if they're worn out.
抜け出そうとしたのかもな。
She must have struggled to get out.
これどけられないから。
Can we get rid of this debris? The three of them tried to lift the steel frames. No,
ダメだ。
it's way too
重す
heavy.
ぎる。
Her legs were caught between the steel frame and the ground. The torn part of her pants indicate that she struggled hard to get out. The corpse was lying inches away from the collapsed frames and concrete debris. Her entire body would have been buried if it was lying slightly closer.
破片みたいなのが散らばってるぜ。
There's debris underneath her. A pile of debris from the collapse was sitting underneath her body.
背中側には何もない。
Her back is clean. Oddly, there was no debris on top of her body. Her gaze stopped at the blood stain of her hand.
あそこにも傷がある。
Another wound. There's a pile of debris underneath her body, but nothing much on her body. Duyun examined her hand.
手の甲の傷がひどい。
The back of her hand was badly
頭
wounded.
部の傷よりひどくはないけど。
It's not as bad as the one on her head, though.
瓦礫に当たったのかな。
Did she get hit by a falling debris? It looked like the wound was caused by being struck or crushed by something. This was definitely a horrible sight to witness. The palm of her hand was clean, but there are wounds in the back of her hand as if it was crushed or stuck by something. Struck even. The gruesome abrasion on her... I completely missed the phrase of that. The gruesome abrasion on her caught my eyes. Ugh.
りょう
Duyun, will you be alright? Yuhia placed his arm around Duyun to comfort him. Ooh. Ooh, fancy. Romantic.
先頭に立っておいて何してるんだ。
Come on, I thought you could deal with this. Haesung tried to suppress his voice from trembling. Duyun looked back at her. The top of her head had been crushed. It was a significant wound. This was undoubtedly the cause of her death.
上を見上げている時に瓦礫に当たったのかな。
Did she get hit by debris while holding her head up?
瓦礫が上からいっぱい落ちてきたから。
A lot of debris did fall from above,
傷の大きさから見て小さい瓦礫ぐらいではなかったと思う。
but it couldn't have been just the debris to cause such terrible damage. The top of her head had been severely wounded. It must have been the fatal injury and the cause of her death. A large piece of concrete debris.
血がついてるぞ。
There's blood splattered all over it. This is clearly the debris that killed Sang-yeon.
こんなにでかいのが
If something like this
頭に。
fell on her head. Haesung groaned as he mumbled out a few words. They found a large piece of concrete with blood on it near her head. Okay,
これで全部かな。
I think we're done here.
電話しなきゃだよな。
We'd better call the rescue team. Haesung let out a deep sigh.
レイナさん、今電話できます。
Yu Young, can you make the call?
やってみるわ。
I'll get right on it. Those who were standing back focused on their own watches.
電話
Oh,
繋
shit.
がらないんですか？
Is the call not going through?
繋がらないみたい。待ってて。
It's not working. Give me a sec.
電波が途切れてるみたい。
The network signal's pretty bad.
大勢でやったらもっと繋がらなくなるかもしれない。
It might be worse because there are so many people.
外はもう大騒ぎで、どこも通信は不安定だって言ってたわ。
It's still a mess outside as well, and they said the signal is cutting in and out.
取材陣や救助隊、野獣馬が大勢押し寄せてきて、大混乱だって。
We're surrounded by all sorts of reporters, rescue teams, and bystanders.
ここにいる僕たちにはわからないけど、外には大勢の人がいるんですね。
I didn't realize there were so many people outside.
じゃあ、これが見せ物ってわけ？
Is this supposed to be entertaining for them?
多分ね。
Yeah, perhaps. According to the rescue team, the outside seems to be bustling with reporters and bystanders. Frowning, Yu Yong lowered her watch.
繋がらないわ。みんなもしてみる。
I can't get through. Can someone else try? Nobody, including Du Yoon, can make the call.
電話、俺たち同士でしかできないみたいですよ。
We can only make calls to each other.
こんなの意味ないじゃないか。
That's pointless.
こんな真似させといて電話も取らないのかよ。
How could they ignore our calls after making us do something like this? Ah.
シャベターで知らせたら
What if I post this on Fat? Bro, no, you can't. No. No. No, you can't. Okay, like I get that this could be good intention, but no.
シャベッターがそんなにしたいのか？
Are you obsessed with Fata?
チーフが亡くなったことみんなに知らせるつもりなのかよ。
Why don't you just make a public announcement about Seng-Yong's death?
そういうお前は何かいい案でもあるのかよ。
Do you have any better ideas?
落ち着きなさいよ。今すぐ連絡する必要はないよ。
Relax, there's no need for us to make contact immediately.
後でまたやればいい。
It should be fine to tell them later.
そうですよ。電話が繋がった時に伝えればいいんです。
Yeah, we'll just we'll just let them know when we can.
でもプロデューサーをここに。
But still, we can't just leave her here. There was a loud boom and the whole place began to shake. Ah!
頭を守るのよ。
Head! Everyone, cover your head.
りょう、しゃがめ。
Do you duck? An ominous noise screeched out from the bent steel frames. All sorts of debris rolled across the floor. Soon, the tremors gradually began to subside. Yu Young brushed off the dirt from her hair and clothes.
終わったのかしら。
Is it over?
まさかこれ以上崩れたりしませんよね。
I hope nothing else collapses.
レイナさん、大丈夫ですか？
You okay, Yu Young?
なんとかね。
I'm trying to keep myself together. Inha patted Yu Young on his shoulders.
ステージの下は危ないよ。
It's dangerous to stay underneath the stage.
救助隊には連絡ができるようになったら伝えて。まずは上の方に行こ
We'll contact the rescue team when we can. Right now, we should head up to the stage.
う。ニカちゃん、でもこのままにしておいたら。
But Inha, we can't just leave her like this.
自分のことしか考えて
How
ねえのか
selfish
よ。
are you?
アホ。みんなのこと考えて言ってるんでしょ。
I'm saying this for all of our safety, you idiot. Yeah, I don't want to stay here.
ステージの方に戻り
We'd
ましょう。
better get back to the stage.
このまま行っちゃうってことか。
You want to just leave her like this?
僕もりょうの意見に賛成だ。
I'm with Du Yoon.
ここはあまりにも暗すぎる。
It's too dark down here.
また瓦礫でも落ちてきたら見て避けるのも難しい。
If something falls, we wouldn't even be able to see it. Everyone held their breaths at the creaking of the steel frames.
意見が分かれそうな話だけど。
I know some of you might disagree, but
照明が当たるステージの上にいた方がいいと思うよ。
I think it would be best to head up to the stage where it's brighter.
そうよ。何もわからないうちに何かに当たったりしたら。
Yeah, we won't be able to tell if there's any more debris falling from down here.
チーフのように。
Then we might end up like Senyon.
仕方ないわね。
I guess we have no other choice. The group reluctantly headed up to the stage.
連絡はそこでまた試してみよう。
Let's keep trying to contact the rescue team.
救助隊が来たら全部終わります。きっと何もかもうまくいきますよ。
Everything will be fine once the rescue team arrives.
持ちこたえるのよ。どんなことがあっても。
We need to stay strong until they arrive. Deep down, Do-yoon couldn't agree more. However, a sense of oddity during the inspection of the corpse. This mysterious feeling of oddity never went away. Now you can use the phone app on the smartwatch. You can call any one of your friends in your contacts. If you successfully make a call event occurs. Occurs. There are lots of different effects that can occur, so don't forget them. Only one call event is available for one communication. You can't call another character immediately. If a call event doesn't occur because your connection fails, you can still call someone else. Ooh. Okay, what we got here? Some new stuff. Haesung and I went to the same middle school. He didn't have a filter in his brain, but was not a villain type at all. One of Haesung's middle school friends said that he used to be mischievous, but that he was never ill-intentioned. What's all this? I wasn't hurt at all, but I'm still in a daze. I can't believe what I saw here. A policeman asked me questions and I wrote something on his notebook, but I don't remember how I answered. I heard a loud noise and something fell backstage. I didn't know what it was, but it was shaped like a pillar, and the people started to scream and rushed towards the emergency exit. There was only 2 emergency exits at both sides of the audience section. I thought I could be trampled to death there. I managed to reach the first floor with the ground shaking and dust and debris falling. It was a miracle that I could get out of there. I looked behind me and the whole building disappeared. Just a bit later, and I want to go home, but I don't know how. I can't believe there are people still trapped. People are crying and calling out everywhere. What should I do? Damn. Soul of Basil making a controversial statement. What have we got here? What on earth is happening? I'm sorry, it's my fault. Oh. Couldn't call or contact the broadcasting station, and Minsu told me to check out Fata. We're all heading there in Ixun's car. What on earth is happening? I'm sorry, it's my fault. Oh, it's part of Masquerade. It's not your fault, no. Yu Yong Kim, the drummer of Masquerade. He had no reason to blame himself. If I let our band when Woosa came up with a record deal on the condition of my leaving the band, we wouldn't have gone through all this B-Stars trouble. I can't believe I ended up in this mess because I couldn't let go. Anyhow, our band is about to fall apart and you might continue to be a rock musician, even changing the music genre. I wonder why you didn't abandon us back then. But it was just the beginning, not the end. Through Woosuk, the vocalist of the band, the talk about making a record deal with a major agency began to yield progress. But Do-yoon discovered just before signing the contract that it required replacing some of the band members and changing their genre. Do-yoon strongly opposed it, as there was some conflict within the band about it. He decided to check for new mentions later. A dead person was discovered, delaying the rescue operations. Rumour has it that since a casualty was discovered, the rescue operation could be delayed. This rumour is spread no fatter with no exact source. Alright, who's a dumbass that posted it? I mean, I think we all know who it was. Store photos or videos of the accident site in a safe place. You might need to hand them to the police as proof. Videos or photos of the accident may have to be handed over to the police for future investigation. The construction company illegally cut costs on construction materials and labour. I reported it, but I got fired. Don't believe what the staff are saying. A construction worker insisted that some staff members intentionally covered up the shoddy construction of the B-Star stage for some reason. Oh, what's this? Right. Sengyeon Shin was so impatient, never waited for approval, was always about action, and so stubborn she'd always fly off the handle if her orders weren't followed properly. We nicknamed her Bossy. Yeah, she was bossy. Okay. Any more on top? No, that's it. Okay. My social medias. Nothing on there for me to see, so okay. Go back. Auto right.
自動書き込みの内容変えてみようか。
I'm Duyun. I'd appreciate your support. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, there was memos. So I can apparently make phone calls, but why would I do that? I'm gonna ring the dead person. Won't be able to answer my phone anymore. Oh. She did. Yeah, let's give someone a call. Who do I give a call? She was the one that found the body, so let's give her a ring. See if she's doing okay. Hey, it's me. It's me, Duyun.
名前出てる。電話したのはどうして？
I see your name on the screen. Why did you call me? Why not?
実はテストをしてたんです。
Just testing my phone.
やっぱり私たち同士は大丈夫みたいね。
We have no problem calling one another.
外に繋がるといいんですけど。
It's sad that it only works among us.
仕方ないでしょ。
Oh well.
レイナさんはどうです？耐えられそうですか？
I can just imagine that the whole six of them there now are just there in a circle, and all of a sudden, like, there's two of them just on their phone, like on their watch, just speaking to each other. It's just completely in front of everyone, just making it look so awkward.
プロデューサーもあんなことになったし、どうも気になって。
I'm worried about you after all. After what happened to Sengyeon?
パニック障害のこと。正直辛いわ。
Because of my panic attacks? Honestly, I'm not doing so well.
でもこうやって電話するぐらいならできるわ。
But talking on the phone is okay.
本当に気分が悪くなった時は
Let me know if
教
you
えてくださいね。
let me know if you need any help.
分かったわ。 とりあえず耐えてみる。
Thanks, I'll try to bear with it for now.
これ以上崩れたら私たちも危険になるわよ。
We'll be in real trouble if there are any more collapses.
一旦生き残ってる人でまとまらないと。
We need to take care of the survivors first.
はい。それを最優先に考えないとですね。
Yes, that's the priority. For sure.
しましょう。
My sanity has gone up. So I can't ring anybody else, I'm coming. No. Okay. So I've got a new recording. I'm sure that's what he just said. I got a new recording. Confused. Kind of fuzzled by that one. Seal doesn't have a watch. What a loser. What a damn loser for not having a watch. Okay, let's start. Let's do all this at the expense of my sanity again. That's horrible. Her legs got stuck, so she couldn't even escape.
はい。
I heard about the ends of her pants. She must have struggled to free herself.
多分。
The debris fell on the steel frame that trapped her legs. She couldn't have moved. Sale looked towards the audience area. Preventing you from moving.
それが
That was Sengyon's way.
あの、
What do you mean? Are you really gonna compare the, like, you know, the Are you really gonna compare the condition of a corpse to her work ethic? We could fuck this guy as well. Wow.
いわば
That's what she used to do. She pinned you down and had her way with you. Oh my. But in the end, she was the one who got pinned down. Bro, now's not the time. Now is really not the time.
あれ
Forget about it. I think it's a bit late now, mate. I think it's a bit late. I shouldn't think like that during times like these. Like this. My bad.
ちょっといいですか
You said there was a wound on her hand too, right?
そうだ。
I didn't notice at first, but when I looked closely, the back of her hand...
もし
Was it bad?
違った。
I wouldn't call it a scratch. Do you gulp with a horrible memory? My sanity's gonna get shot by the end of this
相
game.
葉さん
Are you okay? I shouldn't have asked.
大丈夫。
No, it's okay. I can understand how hard it must have been for you.
認めます
I couldn't go anywhere near.
違う。
We didn't need everyone to look.
あれ
You're not criticizing me for backing away?
それは、
Don't concern yourself about it. We'll just handle what each of us can.
はい
Yeah. Thank you. My own sanity's getting shot here. Okay.
どうしてもですね
When I looked from the back, I didn't see any wounds on her body.
そうだった。
Her body was intact.
万が一
If she couldn't have moved, she could have tried to dodge it somehow. Sale stared at the other side of the stage with somber eyes. We wouldn't have found her if she was buried under the wreckage.
はい
Yeah, we were able to find her because she was in that state.
でも
But it would be awful to say that it was fortunate for us to recover her corpse. Du-Yoon didn't know what to say. I'm not suggesting anyone said that. Who would even think like that? Obviously you.
それが
I could tell without even looking closely.
大丈夫
Are you okay? You're sweating a lot.
はい
Me? Sail wiped the sweat under his chin with the sleeve.
そんなところでしょ
It's a bit hot in here, that's why.
あの
You don't need to force yourself to remember it. This guy's looking pretty sus at the moment. This guy's looking pretty sus.
はい
Yeah. Okay. It's not like I can get it out of my head anyway. Sail shook his head with a worried look on his face. I'd better pull myself together, especially in a situation like this.
ちょっといいですか
It's so huge. Where did it come from?
多分
Probably from the ceiling.
そうだな
I'm guessing it fell when the audience area collapsed. That's the only debris here. Not really anything else. That was the only piece. Sailor averted his quivering eyes from the chunk of concrete.
それが
Seng-yeon had many enemies. She once told me a joke saying she was afraid of getting stabbed in the back someday. Sail, do you think this building will collapse even further? Are we all going to end up like Seng-yeon? Ooh. Okay, I want to try and build up some of my sanity back, so I want to try and be positive.
違う
We'll get out of here alive. We rode out of the crisis, as long as we're careful.
はい
You sound very confident. We still have a long time until the rescue team arrives. We can't even call them right now.
あのさ
Sail, we came back to the stage. Seng-yeon was in the audience area below the stage.
でも
We have lights here, and the ceiling is still holding. Sail hesitated and let out a sigh.
そうですね
You're right. What good would it do if we burrow ourselves into the ground? It'd be unlikely for us to get hit by a falling debris, like Seng-yeon did. Although we can't be certain about that if this place collapses further. The only thing that would have caused a fatal injury is the blood-stained piece of concrete. It must have fallen from the ceiling. No, I reckon it was picked up and someone thwacked her in the back of the head. Any unnecessary bystanders should be dispersed. What are the police and the rescue team doing?
こんなはずじゃ
I mean, it's not illegal to watch, but they should at least try to stop them.
そうってこと
Maybe they're just too busy.
違います
Everyone's busy in here and out there.
でも
But they are the police. They are the rescue team. It's their job to control the crowd and scene.
それは
That's true. Let's just hope they'll clean up soon. Sail raised his head to look up at the ceiling. If the rescue team gets delayed while they try to sort things out, Sail looked at Do-yoon again.
まさか
Nah, they probably know what they're doing, right? When it comes to prioritising our rescue versus cleaning up the site, it's obvious that our rescue needs to come first. I hope they feel the same way out there.
不確かです
We don't know if he's really we don't know if he's really a school friend.
そうかな
That's what the post says.
それは
Anyone can claim anything on Fato, whether true or not. He could be a school friend if you look at it in a positive way. At the end of the day, they are all the same, right?
え
What does that even mean?
つまり
He's a punk since he's a friend. He's a punk since he's a friend of a punk.
そうか
Then why would you cover for him, even writing a comment to support him?
いわば
He acted like Haesung's blood brother when Haesung became popular. He's just denying it because he's been in a downturn ever since the scandal. I'm not one of them. No, it's just self-defense. I
やっとわかりました
think I know where the rumor came from.
あのさ
Do you think it was one of the B-Star staff?
はい
Yes, I'm certain. They are the only people that know about the situation down here. How did this spread from Fata? In my opinion, Sale adjusted his glasses.
いわば
They must have responded to the accident, and words started spreading. And before you know it, some of the info got leaked.
ということは
But it's too soon to make an official statement, so it began to spread on Fata as a rumor.
やっぱり
That sounds about right.
それは
It's not like you need a big imagination to think of this. This audition actually has a similar flow to it.
ありえないですよ
We shouldn't worry about that right now.
わかった
Yeah, it'll only matter once we get out of here.
全く
The place came down in an instant. I don't think anybody would have recorded it. I wonder if anyone from the audience took footage of it. Sale briefly pondered and adjusted his glasses. I suppose someone could have been recording with their phone or something.
もし
Do you think they'll need any info about what happened after the collapse?
違います
That's something we really can't do much about. I'm glad I don't have a camera on me.
え
Why is that? Think about it, I'm the only staff here. They would have asked me to record everything that's happening here. Yeah,
やりすぎですよ
I guess some people will get arrested for taking bribes.
それなら
You knew about this?
実は
It's illegal to change the building structure without reporting it. Even if it was Sengyeon's order, things might have turned out differently if everyone had opposed it.
でも
But the executives that had meetings with the construction companies gave their consent. They must have made a deal with the construction companies.
そうですよ
Right, because they were getting something out of this deal. There was corruption involved regarding the changes to the building. You should have reported it.
やっぱり
You should have reported it. You should have stopped them from starting the construction.
100%
I
です
totally agree now,
でも
but that's how things were. If Sengyeon wanted it, we had to change it. If I reported it beforehand, I would have been fired. If I reported it during the change, she would have made me pay for the damage. Sale let out a sigh while staring somewhere in the distance. From her perspective, staffs like me weren't even worth persuading. If she gave an order, we just had to make it happen.
そんな
I didn't know her orders were unconditional.
そうなんですって
I know.
一体
How did she gain so much authority?
仕方ないですね
Her performance. She was on a roll.
それなら
So has the structure changed? So has the structure change been extensive?
はい
The number of seats, lights and partitions were changed to suit her taste. I can't even remember the details. I hope the rescue team doesn't get confused when they arrive. I'm sure someone told them about the differences.
どうしてもですね
If not, the construction company might have to take the blame. I just hope the rescue team is able to find their way in here. The staff quite often added audience seats, lights and walls arbitrarily. In the end, the final structure was quite different from the original design.
そう思います
Everyone knew what Sengyeon was like. During interviews, she would say that the only... I can't read today, my god. During interviews, she would say that she only moves forward with a decision if all of her staff agrees.
ありえないですよ
But those were just empty
と
words.
いうことは
She pushed on until everyone agreed, so people didn't even bother.
それなら
Is that what happened when she relocated the stage? Not just the stage.
100%
She was
です
always like that. Sale continued after surveying the stage. The rescue team must be confused as well.
Eh?
Why is that?
実は
A lot of places were altered from the original blueprint, so there are some random spaces that were added or removed. The actual structure is different from the blueprint. This...
もしかして
Wow. Well, I'm gonna say this right now. B-Stars is gonna be absolutely ruined by the end of this. If the rescue team gets confused, shouldn't we tell them about the changed locations?
でも
The number of seats, lights and partitions all changed to suit her. How am I supposed to remember all that?
そんな
No way. Sale frowned as their eyes met each other. I'm just a mere staff. What could I have done? Like I told you, she pushed on until everyone agreed with her decisions.
お分かりですか
But do you think that she would have bothered to persuade staff members like us? We just did as we were told.
違う
I wasn't trying to criticize you. Yeah, I must have imagined that your eyes were filled with... Yeah, I must have imagined that your eyes were filled with resentment. Does the rescue team know about the difference with the blueprint?
そうですね
I'm sure someone told them about the differences. If not, the construction company might have to take the blame. I just hope the rescue team is able to find their way in here. This is some messed up stuff. Okay, I have to leave. I need to make some food. And I'm going to be quite busy for a little while. I might do another stream later on today, depending on how I feel. If not, I shall see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining and watching me play my second part of this game. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you very much. Bye!